Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see everybody again. So my last couple videos have been tied into things I've been working on with school. This video is going to be in line with that. And basically, I've worked on another project. I really want to show it off, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, this is what that video is going to be about. And if you like it and you think this stuff is cool, make sure you give me a like, you subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. So, with that, let's get into it. So my game library. That's the name of the project that I've been working on this semester. And I'm really excited to bring it to you guys because, I put a lot of hard work in this and I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Cody Gardner. I'm currently on my final semester at Rankin Technical College. And what better way to end the semester than with an awesome banging YouTube video where I get to show off another cool project that I've been working on. So, you might be asking, well, why do this project in the first place? Well, that's a good question. So, there's really two reasons for me particularly that I would take on a project like this. The first being is I love the game, whether it's, playing Destiny 2 with my friends, jumping on some obscure indie game with my brother and his friends. I mean, like, I've been gaming since I was a kid. So, obviously a project like this I'm going to be super passionate about. Now, the second reason that I think you should take on a project like this, and the reason I took it on, was because when you're out there searching for a job, you really need to do things to set yourself apart. And what better way to set yourself apart than having a bunch of projects that you could take to a potential employer and be like, hey, here are things that I've created. This is my skill set. This is why you should hire me. And so, something like that is going to speak a lot more volume than, somebody else who's just coming out with, like, hey, look, I came out of school, give me a job. So obviously you want to always be setting yourself apart. This is kind of an easy way to do it. So there was a lot of things that I learned along the way. Obviously, I can't go into all of it. There's just not enough time in this video. But some quick little bullet points of things that I did learn was I learned how to work with Firestore, cycler views, how to deal with activities and intents, creating custom dialogues, and filtering data with spinners. So like I said, if you really want to see everything that I did, check out the app. It's going to be the best way to see everything I was working on. But this is kind of like I said, just some brief bullet points of things that I've learned along the way. So what would I change? Well, I think for me personally, I really picked the design of the screens really quickly. And I wish I would have maybe gave that more time and came up with some more design ideas before I really set on which one I wanted. Essentially, my app could have looked very differently whether or if I would have given it more time and drawn up some more design ideas before just picking one. But that being said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it does look good, and so not really the end of the world. So obviously, this isn't an original idea. So the inspiration for this project came from obviously Steam and the Epic Game Store. As you can probably tell, there are two places you can buy games, and they basically store it in a library. So hence where we got the idea for the game library. Some key features. So, you're able to add a game to your wish list or library and then select the preferred console. You can set up a user profile that your friends can see, which is pretty cool. You're able to see details about the game, which is important because, how are you going to know if you want the game if you don't know any details about it? And then you're also able to leave comments for other people so that way you can let them know if they should buy the game or not. So, without further ado, I think it's time to get in the project and show off what I got. All right, so here we are. And this is our virtual phone, just as good as any real phone. And with that, I'm going to show you basically how the app works within this. So you're going to come to this login screen, and from here, you're going to hit the login button. And that's going to take you to this page where you get to sign in. There's two options that you can sign in with. The first being email, the other being your Gmail account or Google account, which I use my Google account for pretty much everything. So like, it's kind of nice to have that way to sign in if I want it. So let's sign in and let's make up an email and let's just call it dummy. Let's just call it dummy email at email.com. And okay, so there we have that. And now it's going to ask us to enter our name. And let's be Jeff. We're going to have a super secret password. So make sure you don't tell anybody this because this is our super secret password. And it's going to be password. Very secure, I know. And with that, we're able to get in here. So as you can see, this is the first page it takes us to. So this would be our home page. And there's probably some things you're going to notice right off the bat, which is we're going to have basically a way to kind of filter consoles and games that we own or are in our wish list. We're going to have our profile button up here. We're going to have a sign out option. And then we're also going to have a way to view the users. So just going off of this first page, there's a couple things I'd like to show you guys. So first is that you're able to add things to either your wish list or library with these two buttons. So if you press on them, it'll ask you what your preferred console is, and you can select that, and it will select put it in your wish list. So you can also do the same with library. So say we wanted all of them in our library again as our preferred console, it'll switch it over to library. So kind of a neat feature. And you can see there's other games in here and what consoles they're for. And so it's just kind of neat. And then so we could also add, let's say Destiny. We'll add this to our library as well. We'll say we just want it for PlayStation. We'll say God of War. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. We'll go back really quick. We'll add this one to our wish list. We'll say we want this one for PC. And so then we can come up here and let's do some filtering so we can kind of see how that works. So let's see our wish list, and there's our one game that we put in our wish list. So then if we go to our library, we should see the two games we put in our library. And if we want to go back to all games, we can go back to all games. And then we can also see them by console. So if we wanted to see all games that are available for PS5, then we can do that. So pretty neat. Then another thing you can do is we can go into our profile. And so as we just added some games into our library and wish list, we're able to now see those within our profile. And what's cool about it is it's going to tell you what you prefer that game for. So like if you prefer it for PlayStation, PC, or Xbox. And then you can also set a global preferred console as well. So that way like people that are looking at your profile kind of know the consoles that you prefer. So let's say we want all three. So now when people look at my profile, they'll see that I probably play on all three consoles. And we're also, we don't have a profile picture yet. So that's something we can do really quick. And let's snap a pic really quick. And now we have a profile picture. So you also have the ability to share your profile. So if you were like, oh, hey, man, check out this profile I just set up and you want to send it to all your friends, you have that option. So you're also able to see other users on the app, which is kind of neat. So that way, if you want to go see, let's look at Bob here. Oh, where'd he go? Just lost Bob. There he is. Let's say Bob. And then, okay, we see that Bob wants to buy Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and he wants it for Xbox. So kind of cool. So if your friends are using the app, you can see what their library is, what their wish list is, and basically kind of coordinate games based on that. So let's say we're thinking about getting a game. Let's say God of War just came out on Steam and we really want to know if we should get it. So we're able to click on this and we're able to see a bunch about the game. We're able to see a short description, if it's controller supported, multiplayer supported, what genre it falls under, and then also some tags that describe the game. And then say we want to buy the game, we can also go here and we can see some average prices of God of War games. Then, okay, and then we can see let's write a review. So let's say we own this game and the game was awesome. So we're going to say it was great. And then we can go ahead and we can publish that. So now there's our comment. And so now everyone that looks at this game details page can see that we thought this was a great game. And so if they like great games, they should get this game too. And I think that is. Oh, and you can also share the game as well, just like you could the user profile. So if you want to come in here and share that game with your friends, you're able to do that as well. So kind of just a important feature, I think, when you have a game library, because you obviously want to share it with your friends. And I think that is about everything that I have to show off within my app. So, I think the last thing to do is just sign out, and yep, so that's about it. So, with that, I think that's about all I have. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was really fun doing this project. I learned a lot. I really recommend maybe doing something similar. You'll learn a lot. And yeah, just never stop improving, keep up the great work, and strive for excellence. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten. Again, if you liked the video, let me know down below. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I plan to put out more content, like I said. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.